As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing to start this game. Escapes the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and that'll be a 1st down. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives them the first.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And they're going to have a 1st down. This is Allen on the give. He breaks the tackle. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. He gets this one to Nakua. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Blues finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Blues will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. the 39. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Working quickly here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Second and 8. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this is a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
Here he is on third and long. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. He'll try it left with Allen. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Blues out to get a boot into this one. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. They bring the pressure, down he goes! And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
After the sack, another pass on second down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Back now, pressure on its way. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Taken in at the 47. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And they're going to take over possession. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
Let's go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Complete here to Bowers. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain. But boy, Brock, what a shot.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They've got 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Allen. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. This pass caught by Allen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing now on 1st down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. A quick throw completed out to the left. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, But sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down from the red zone. He's got a man left. Touchdown, Denver. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. He lays out for it and makes the catch. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Allen trying this straight ahead. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That heater is going to fall to the turf. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And now they're staring at a 4th down. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw out of the gun. It is caught left side. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end. From the 32. Has him on the quick hitter.
Get some space around midfield. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Hits him on the out route. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 23. Short throw's dropped. This one's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll go down here at the 16. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the red zone now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. He'll throw it yet again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He gets this one in Nakua. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Allen does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He'll pass it this time. Buys time, rolling right. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. He finds him right side. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Shotgun handoff for Allen. And he's in for the touchdown. The Blues make it a one-score game before halftime. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Blues cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. They'll throw on first. Brought in right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. Well, it's a perfect play to break it big.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Throwing now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. He throws a bullet deep to the right. This is caught inside the 15. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Looking for a throw here. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. From midfield on second down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Throw on third down. Short pass brought in. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. From the 33 on second down. Finds his man over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Offense in the hurry up here. Hauled in left side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 24. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He'll throw it. He's on the move. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got fourth down. Now we'll see a field goal try by the Broncos. Ball on the left hash for this 41-yarder. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to it. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now a give. It's Allen headed left. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll run here on first down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Second and 15. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, looking. They connect on the deep shot. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Blues start the second half with some needed points. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Blues bring it back to even. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos need only one to take the lead. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Here's Ford on the return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Chased out to his right. That's complete to Bowers outright. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give him a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. This is Allen. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st. Up the middle, here goes Allen. Takes out a 1-stop. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And they'll have 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Space to the left. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
This time it's a passing play. Forced out to his right. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And in for the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Blues tie this game up. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He beams one deep right side. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. He's loaded another one up. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Second and 8. Buys time, rolling right. To the sideline, complete, and he's got the first down as he stays in bounds.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They're now set for first and 10. They'll run now with Allen. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From the 23, he rolls to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now they're going to have to figure out this third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing on third and long. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll come up first and 10. From the red zone now. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Blues take a fourth quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Blues break that tie and now lead by 7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Working quickly here. Has him on the quick hitter. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
On first down, they'll run. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 11. He fires one deep down the middle. Big gain downfield. It's a Denver touchdown. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one, and that'll give them a 1st down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying it right side with Allen. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Able to find Nakua here. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in St. Louis. Blues pushing to get within range for a game winner. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. They run with Allen. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Right back to Allen. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. It's Allen again. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. All eyes going to the lefty kicker out there now. One final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. So final moments of regulation. They'll line up for a potential game winner. Only a 20-yarder here. The kick is good. He got it. And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They've won it. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it.